Hey guys, welcome back. Last time we talked about a brief history of SQL, and today we're going to be setting up the environment. So this is episode two. Um, so setting up the environment is all you really need to run a SQL. Is that we're going to be using Microsoft tools. They have two things that we need to get. We need to get a database engine, and then we also need to install the Management Studio. So with that being said, I'll walk you through how to do that. As you can see here, I already have two SQL Server Management Studio installed, but I'm gonna go ahead and walk through doing another one. But I'm not gonna do the actual install. I'll get you to the point where you need to be, and then we should be able to go from there. All right. By the way, this is 2012, and this is 2014. You can run two separate instances of the or version of the SQL Server Management Studio concurrently, so I can open both of this. And I do that because some database I use right now for work, they have a higher version uh, of the database. Well, the database version is higher, so that I need to download a newer version of SQL Server in order to support it. But then most of the other companies that I work for still use this really old database, so then 2012 is good enough for that. All right, so let's go to the web and go to Google and just type in uh, download database engine 2016 12. Here we go. This looks right. Sorry, my mind blanked out for a little bit. Okay, so on this page, you look at the details, make sure you see what you're downloading or about to install. Very important that you need to make sure your system requirement support has the specs to support this download here. So it could be either ran on a 32-bit system or 64-bit, but you need a minimum of 512 megabytes or 2 gigs of space. Um, so yeah, that's about it. I mean, it's pretty low. I mean, low standard. That's most computer or laptops now can support this pretty easily. So okay, so we hit download, and then in this list here, what you really need is just two things. So depending on your computer operating system, um, is going to dictate which one you should download. So for as example, my laptop right now is a Windows 10 64-bit professional. So I need to look for this one right here, 64-bit. And for people who are running 32-bit, you go down here. It has a prefix of x86. Okay. So you'd be looking for this one right here. There's different type of installation here. We're just gonna be going with the bare bone, which is the express version, which is free, by the way. It doesn't cost you any money, but it comes with just a minimum feature like a database engine. And then there's also the advanced, which supports like SSRS for reporting services and other advanced tools that we won't be needing for this series. All right, so that we need to download, and then the second thing I need to do is download this right here. Not 86, but a where are you? Right here. I need a Management Studio, 64-bit. So with that being said, let's go to the next screen. It should automatically download right down here. Yes, allow. So one, two. These are pretty big files. It will take a long time. Depending how fast your computer is, it could be faster. But as you can see, right now it's going to take me about 15 minutes to download this to installer. I'm just going to pause the video and then I'll meet you on the other side. Alright, so the download has completed, and as you can see, while that was going on, I was doing some web browsing. Alright, so enough of that. Let's go to the downloads place folder. There we are. Here's the to download. Alright, I'm just going to close the web. Alright, so the first thing you want to do is just, well, let me give you an explanation about, a quick brief explanation about what these two are. Alright, so the database engine is the core services for storing, processing, and securing data. So the database engine provides control access and rapid transaction processing to meet the requirements of most demand from the consumers who want to query the information back. Um, and this is typically done in an enterprise environment. Uh, so it is an underlying software that a database management system uses to create, read, and delete data from the database. And then the management system is the integrated environment for accessing this data and configuring, managing, administering, and then developing all the components that come with SQL Server, which is part of Microsoft, by the way. But then other company like Oracle, they have their own management system as well, which does the same thing. All right, so that's that. So let's go ahead and run the database engine executable, which would then launch this application, the installer itself, and then we'll go through the steps. I've done this quite a bit. Now, I'm just gonna say that I'm just gonna fly through this installation process because this tutorial series is on querying data, and it's not really about administering the database or the management system. So that could be set for a different series. All right. So this launches here. What you want to do is choose new SQL Server standalone installations, and add on extra features or tune an existing installation. Click that. Alright, so there are no updates to be found for SQL Server Online. Go next. And it's now going to check all the setup files. Today is Friday. Just got off work. It's about 7:40 evening on a Friday. So then, I don't know, probably just go out, hang out with some buddies, eat some good food, have a few drinks, and then who knows what the night takes us, right? Alright, so then here we go. You want to choose the first option here if you haven't already had installed SQL Server. I know for a fact down here I have two other instances of the SQL Server installed already. If I go over here, you can see that this one is 2000. Okay, so this one is 2012, and this one is 2014. I know that because I named the instance as such. Dell server, just basically what I call my machine because it's a Dell laptop. Alright, so anyways, keep going. You want to accept the licensing terms. This right here is optional if you want to just send data to Microsoft to help improve the product. I'm just going to leave it as unchecked. Alright, this is important. And luckily, they have it already preset what you need or pre-checked what you need. So you need a database engine, absolutely. This here, it comes with it, but you know what? Yeah, just take the default. I'm just gonna fly through this. But if you highlight it, by the way, you can also see what it actually does. I'm not gonna spend time reading through all that. This, I'll just give you, well, it's short, I'll read through this. Include the database engine, the core services for storing, processing, and securing data. The database engine provides control, access, and rapid transaction processing. Cool. Next. My next episode is going to be showing you how to retrieve a free database from Microsoft, which is AdventureWorks. And then we should be showing you how to restore it or attach it to your database. Alright, so down here you can either, if this is your first install of the database engine, you can choose this. Otherwise, you can also name it whatever you want in the name instance. So down here earlier where you saw Dell server, that's where I put the name. Here you just put down whatever you want to call it. So SQL Express, sure. 2012. I should have installed 2016. I don't even know why. It's the same thing, to be honest with you. So there's obviously other new features for 2016, but for 2012 for this tutorial series, it will work just fine. All right. So sorry. Server Express 2012. It automatically changes part for you. You would just leave everything as default. Hit next. Oh, obviously you want to install it to wherever you want to put on your computer system, but I just leave it in the default because that's where all your program files should be installed anyways. In the root of C, or not the root, but in the C drive, where your operating system resides. Okay. All right. Again, just go through the next screen. Leave everything as the default as it is. Okay, this is also kind of important. Windows authentication is just basically your Windows account, what you use to it will automatically authenticate you based on your users that for your computer. Um, and down here you can see right here, this user is you or it's me, Michael, and Michael Dell is my machine name, and my user right now is gonna be Michael Dell. So machine name or the server and user right here. Uh, you can choose mixed mode, which is what I'm going to do. Mixed mode is basically you can either log into like the management system or the database uh, using this option, and then no password is required. It's just going to authenticate you when you use Windows authentication mode. Mixed mode is whether you want to just still put in a password. So, boom. Error reporting, sure. Again, that's optional. Next. Alright, this is where I'm going to cancel because, like I said, I've already installed this twice already on my machine. But then you would just let it install on its own, and when there shouldn't be any errors. It will take a little while, probably about 10-15 minutes or so, depending on how fast your computer is. But it should be a successful install if your computer meet the specification for the download. Alright, so I'm going to cancel all this. The next step is to go right into the Management Studio installation, which is this one right here. So, assuming that everything went well for you, which it should, you should already have installed the database engine. Now you need the Management Studio. So I'm gonna run this. Again, choose the first option. New SQL Server standalone installation. And it's pretty much just go through with the default. We're not going to be setting up any services because that is more like for enterprise the environment, because you want to separate all your services. So the database engine is its own. If you were using SSIS or SSAS or SSRS, which is all like an extension of Microsoft SQL Server, you want to separate those. But for our purposes, just the default is fine. And again, it's setting up the files right now, which I'm gonna cancel because that's all there really is to it, guys. Just click yes, next, and then you get to the point where once everything is done, it's complete. It will take you back to the desktop, and then when you open up the start menu, you will see up here. It will show you like recently added, or it will say new right here. Alright, and then you can click to open up the. So if you type in like SQL, you will see. I don't need. Alright, I'm canceling out of this. Alright, just go through the. For you guys, just click next. All default. Me, I already did it, and this video is getting long. So once you're done, go to your start menu. It should be here, up here, where underneath recently added, there will be a keyword new, probably. If you don't see it, type in SQL, and you should see SQL Server 2012 Management Studio, and then you would just click it, and it should take you to this page here. All right, and let me show you what I mean by Windows authentication. So here right now, if I choose Windows authentication, no password, right? I don't have to enter anything. I can just hit connect. I'll disconnect this and I'll go to connect object. Not Windows authentication, but you have SQL Server authentication. Then this is where you enter in your user and then your password that we set up prior to this. And by the way, you could just leave it as SA for system administrator, which has full rights to do everything you want in the management studio. So there you go. And that's it. So next video, I'm going to show you guys how to get a database, AdventureWorks 2012. That will be the next episode. Alright, thanks guys. See you next time.